Hi friends, it is Siva. I am doing a little bit different kind of video today. That is, it is not for a Blizzard game. In fact, I'm probably not even going to notify my usual subscribers because this is so not your thing. And this video is mostly for people who just happen to be searching for The Realm on YouTube. That's right, this video is about The Realm Online, which is a really old RPG MMO. Probably one of the first with a graphic UI. It came out originally in, I believe, 95. So very old, 22 years old, at least at this point. And I used to play this game a long time ago. I started, I was a teenager when I started. And the other day, I don't know why, I was just thinking, like, man, I wonder if I could get access to my old account. And so I looked up The Realm Online, and I found that not only does the live game still exist, still has a $6 a month subscriber fee, but I did discover that the company that owns it now, Norseman Gaming's, like, barely maintains the game. The servers are down all the time. There's only like 10 people who still play. In fact, I saw a number of people say that, hey, if you do re-up your subscription, you should make sure you cancel it as soon as you pay for your month, because if you go to cancel it later, you can't be sure that the servers will still be up so you can. I remember my old password, amazingly, since it was like a random string of letters and numbers and special characters, but I don't remember my login, and of course without customer service there's no way I can get access to my old account anymore. But I did find, this is my roundabout way of saying, I did find that there is a private server that exists. Actually, there's a couple, but one of them requires 3 people to vouch for you, having remembered you. No one's going to remember me. I haven't played in like 15 years or more. So I tried out this other one, and I've actually been having a lot of fun. And so I thought, for those of you that did used to play The Realm, and maybe you want this happy walk down memory lane, and for those of you that didn't and are interested in what sort of game us old people used to play a long time ago, well, this video is also for you. So thought I would put it over here on my side screen so you can watch me as I play, and I'll walk you through some of the aspects of the game, and maybe you will enjoy it, or maybe not because it's old. So I'm going to show you the character creation first, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. So now, as you can see, the graphics are fairly cartoony. You have 3 races and 2 genders. And the thing about this game is it's very much like an old school RPG where if you want to be really good at particular things, you need to pick particular races or classes. So for example, if you want to be a warrior, you need to be a giant. You need to put all your attribute points in strength. If you want to be a wizard who is good at enchanting, you need to be an elf, and you need to put all your points in intellect. Of course, there's some flexibility. You can build your characters however you want, but if you want to be the optimal way, you need to build them a very particular way, and you cannot change this later. So this game is very punishing in that respect. So we want to be a giant warrior. We want to be a hitter, which is what you would, the nickname for the fighter in this game. And there's a decent amount of customization options that you can pick, and then you can customize her girth and her height, or you can randomize or whatever. But we're going to be a hitter, so we're going to check this out. Now here's what I was talking about. So every class and race comes with these base amount of attribute points here that are assigned that you cannot change, and then you get 8 extra points to spend the way you want. You cannot spend these points later, so it's very important that you put them in the right places from the very start. This game is very punishing in many regards, but I still like it. So I'm going to be a warrior. You kind of want to go, alignments don't mean a super lot, but good is a good thing to pick because there's like fairies out in the world that'll heal you if you're good. And then of course I'm going to be a warrior, so I need to put all my points in strength. It means I'm super dumb and not very agile, but I have a decent amount of health and I'm very strong. So you want to do that, and you can pick your name up here and your title, and then personal information. I think I put my old guild information in there just in case I ran into anyone from my old guild. And then you're ready to play. These are my other characters I've been playing, but I'm gonna show you the new one, I think, just for the start, and then we'll go back. So you start in your house. Everybody has a house. You get it for free. You have 2 rooms in your house. And your second one has a chest, and the chest is password protected. So this is where you can put all your like good special valuables that you want if you find any. You have a little evict button because there are people who will rob you in this game that sit outside your house and wait for you to open the door, and they'll be stealthed and sneak in and steal all the stuff off your floor. But yeah, so that's character creation, and this is your house. So this is my wizard's house, and you can see that I'm invisible here, but I wanted to show you some pretty basic stuff about this. I started playing on this private server just because I was curious, you know, if any of my old friends played. That's the reason you play this. Obviously, it's not for the high quality graphics. It's for the community, which is a really good community. For example, I died the other day and I lost a magic item and I lost all my mana crystals, which is of course what you use to cast spells. So I couldn't cast the spells to kill the monster that picked them up to get my magic item back. And I just mentioned it in chat. I'm like, man, I lost my shit. And someone was like, oh, where were you? And he came out and actually killed all the mobs in that area until he found the one that had picked up my items that I had lost and gave it back to me, which is really awesome. Nobody would do that in another game nowadays. So you can see your stats here. You know, the buffs, these are both temporary and stuff you have enchanted on your gear and your biography, your equipment, you know, that sort of basic stuff here. You can drop stuff on the floor. People will do this to like decorate their house, and it's pretty cool. So this thing with the mana crystals, I will explain for you. So Realm is very punishing, and when you die, you will lose 1,000 experience points, and you will lose at least one item in your inventory, either that you're wearing or carrying. So what people used to do is they would put like a leather pouch and they would split their gold, because your gold and your mana is one of those items that you can lose, and they would split it into a bunch of stacks. So you'd have like this leather pouch and it would have like 1,000 piles of like one gold piece in it. That's what people used to do. Well, I took that to the extreme and I actually broke the game. So every time I would log in, it would crash. And the developer, that's how sort of ghetto this game was, called me on the phone and said, hey, I have to fix your character. You have too many stacks of gold. And so he had to manually fix it. He actually took my gold away and then gave me back an estimated equivalent amount of gold, and apologized. But I mean, that's how this game was. So 22 years old. So where I am now, right now, is I am to right Silverbrook, which is where my old guild used to hang out. I still remember that. I still remember we were Channel 39. It was Winds of Change, and our guild master was Scarlet O. And that's where Scarlet used to sit, you know. And yeah, so I played regularly until probably about 2000, 2001, and then mostly I just checked in to chat with my guild. I would sit in town and just talk with them, because that's why I played, you know, was for my friends. My guild master, I believe she lived in NOLA, or maybe it was Mississippi, but after Hurricane Katrina, which was in 2005, she had to be relocated and she stopped playing. And so at that point, I kind of officially lost interest in the game and I didn't check in. So I haven't played this in a very, very, very long time until I started playing this again. So a lot of this is new to me, but I still remember our old guildie hangout on Channel 39 and all that stuff. And I've seen 2 people from my guild playing this game, which is pretty cool and impressive. So this is your little map to teleport around the world. Now each gatekeeper here, they can teleport you, and of course if you are a wizard, you get a spell to do that. So I'm going to show you what combat is like. So combat is turn-based, like old school RPGs. But I'm going to show you. Now remember, I am a wizard. I don't want to fight those demons. They're kind of a pain in the ass. So let's find a fury, because these are pretty good. Okay, these furies. They tend to drop amulets, which are very useful. Oh, I should turn on the music, because like Realm has really awesome music here. Hell yeah. Alright, first thing I want to do is I want to put like a little fairy out here so she shoots this fairy instead of me. Pro wizard strat. Summon decoys. Then I want to stone this lady to death, because she's a trollop, and that's how we take care of those. So yeah, basically I cast something, then she casts something, then I cast something. We all take turns like that. It's based on your agility, the combat order that you go in. I'm a wizard, so my agility is not particularly great. Oh, she killed my fairy. But look at that. I stoned her to death. And I got a level. I'm level 137 now. The level cap in this game is level 1000. It does take a while. There are no quests in this game. Well, there are some things that are called quests, but they're mostly like, hey, can you go like look for my journal in this dungeon? And then you just do the dungeon, and that's sort of all. Oh man, that guy dropped a hamburger on my head. That was not very nice. So, yeah, so no real quests in this game. Mostly what you do to get to level 1000 is you grind hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of mobs. Usually in the same place even. So for example, I'm about level 130 now. I have been grinding Festering Hate Pool since about level 50. And I'll probably continue there until about level 250. And I'm pretty fucking sick of Festering Hate Pool, let me tell you. Man, I don't want to fight you, snow demon. But you can see how you go to each room. It's not seamless. You don't have a loading screen, but I mean it has to reload each room. The client is very, very lightweight, and the connection, I mean, since this game came out in 95, people played it over dial-up. So it's not very demanding. And in fact, one of the primary ways to play this really nowadays is to dual box. You get 2 accounts on the private server, but this was not uncommon, back in the day either. And you just put them both on the same monitor, and your wizard will pair with a hitter, and that way he can carry all of your stuff. Because there is encumbrance in this game, my strength is very low, which means that my wizard can basically carry like 2 things before I have to go back and sell and repair. So I'm queued up for a dungeon here. That little sarcophagus is a dungeon. And what do you know? It's Festering Hate Pool. Ooh. But I thought I would show you, the fights and stuff so you can see. Alright, welcome to Festering Hate Pool. We're going to go to the 2 Fury fight so you can see more of me stoning floozies. Here we go. So step 1, always going to be summon a decoy. I thought you might like this. But it's kind of neat, just seeing the old people. I've seen 2 people from my old guild. I'm still kind of hoping that I, see other people from my guild, new people. I mean, it's a very minor thing, right? This is not a high quality game. There's no real reason for anyone nowadays to play this game unless they do have those happy memories and that nostalgia connected to it. But like, it's still giving me, a good time playing it. And I'm actually, at least once a week, I'm streaming this on my lunch break, and I'm pretty confident. I'm like, oh fuck, I died. I'm like the only person on Twitch who is streaming the Realm Online, right? So did I not drop anything, or did she already pick up whatever I dropped? Well, I have no idea, but yeah, I lost 1,000 experience points. I'm probably down a level because I just got that other level. And then I have to wait here until I res. And normally you drop your treasure here. You drop 1 item from your inventory. Maybe it's a roll, maybe it's not 100%, but it's got to be like 90%. You almost always drop at least 1 thing. And then sometimes you can pick it up before a mob does, but a lot of times they'll pick it up and you have to kill them to get it back. Which is why it is very unfortunate if what you drop is your mana crystals, because then you can't cast any spells to get them back. So nowadays the strategy is, since you can't split your gold, maybe they realize that breaks the client and can make things not work so good. Oh man, okay. Man, I'm not used to doing this without my hitter. I think, I'm gonna guess, they keep casting lightning and hurting me real bad. I'm gonna guess I have a debuff on me that deals extra lightning damage. So I'm gonna check for that. I probably should check for that before I pulled, but, I'm crazy like that. So I didn't drop anything again. I find this very suspicious because, like, I mean, I have been playing for 137 levels here, so I have a little bit of an idea. But let's look at me and see if I'm lightning cursed. I bet I am. Yep, lightning cursed. See, that's why it's killing me. Normally it does not kill me. Normally I kill 5 of these at a time. There's another place in this dungeon where you can do that. Alright, so there. I don't have that on me anymore, and now I'm going to even shield myself to reduce future lightning damage. Because I'm way ahead of you, Furies. And it's going to be awesome. I'm going to top myself off. Back to the same strategy. Alright, we're not going to do all of Festering Hate Pool, because, you know, that seems a little torturous for you guys. Oh, now they're casting poison. I see how it is. Damn, even with the shield. It's a lot of fucking lightning. Alright, we're going to stone you. I really hope that the stoning kills them, because if this fairy dies and then they lightning me again, I'm going to die. Sweet. And they dropped 2 amulets. Maybe one of them will be interesting. Let's find out. Now, I'm a wizard, so I can identify these. So another game that I was saying that the way the game is punishing, besides the grindy and the death penalty and the fact that you need to put your attribute points a very certain way or you will not be able to be very good at things later, is that if you want to enchant your gear, you need to be an all-intellect wizard, but additionally, elf wizard. Additionally, there is still a chance to destroy gear when you enchant it, so you have to be very, very careful when you enchant your special magic items, because you can destroy them, and people will destroy some really nice stuff on accident, especially if you're enchanting for other people. But yeah, so, alright, I'm gonna cure this poison now, because it keeps knocking me down. Okay, let's get out of here. You saw the Furies, what more do you need to see? This is normally the hangout area. There's only 3 people here, so it's not very many, but let's go sell and repair my gear. We'll go to the magic shop. So there are 5 schools of magic in here that you can learn. Thumb, Mist, Elementalism, Sorcery, and Necromancy. And so you train, that is 5, right? I can add, yeah, that's 5. So you train the books at a wizard academy based on build points. You get 1 build point every level, and then you go to magic shops like this one, and then you buy the individual spells themselves to train. And there's also, you know, skills for weapons and all that stuff. Everything like that. Now, I want to sell what's in my backpack here. And these I want to save because they are rare magic amulets. Oh yeah, so back to my spells. So these are all my different spells. Some of these you can cast in combat, some of them you can cast out of combat. And of course all the combat stuff is turn-based. But like I can go invisible. I was invisible earlier. Ooh, you can't see me now. But yeah, one of the cool things I like about this particular elf look that I am, people who know me from other games and stuff, they know that I actually do not like elves. Of course, in this game, if I want to be a wizard, I have to be an elf. But in general, I do not like elves as like a fantasy convention or anything. So I tend to not play them. But this skin is pretty cool. I'm going to show you why I think it's cool. We're going to buy some yellow dye here. And then I'm going to dispel myself so you can see me, because that would be helpful. So you can see that my eyes are white here. Now watch, if I dye my skirt, bam, they turn yellow. I know you're all impressed with my awesome yellow eyes, but I always thought that was really cool. So if you're really fickle, you can change your look that way. So one last thing before we go, I thought I would show you some old screenshots from way back in the day. Now, these screenshots I can tell because of the characters that are in them. These are probably in the late 90s, early 2000s, because all of the characters in them that are my characters are my second character and not my very first one. So they're still fairly old, but not the realm back in its heyday. And the funny thing is, a lot of these screenshots, I can still recognize the people that are in them, which I think is pretty impressive considering the quality of this game was not fantastic, right? But like, this is Fatala, this is Scarlet O. You know, I can tell a lot of people from the game. This is Drusilla. But this is Esmeralda, I think her name was. I think this is Little Red. Yeah, so pretty impressive. You can see people used to drop things on the ground here at their houses to like decorate. Like this, we have a lake here that's robes and shields. Christmas party. And this is me here in the orange and black. We have a random troll in town, probably from the Harvest Festival, which is like a Halloween event that we had. But yeah, I thought you guys might like seeing these old screenshots of the game. At least if you were someone who used to play, it would probably register some feelings of nostalgia for you. Oh my, naked people from a naked party. That was a thing we did. So yeah, anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this look back on The Realm. If you are a person who played The Realm or maybe still plays it on a private server, I hope this brought you some smiles. If you're not a person that's ever played The Realm, I hope you're pretty impressed with the kind of bullshit that we put up with way back in the day before newer games came out. A lot of people left this game when EQ came out, and of course, you know, there was the original EverQuest and RuneScape, and you know, in 2005 there was WoW. So there were a lot of games that came out and slowly took people away. Because it wasn't really offering much in terms of dynamic gameplay or quality graphics or anything like that. But those people who stayed and the people who still have fond feelings for the game like me, you know, it's purely based on the memories and the community that was in this game. If you are interested in more Realm, like I said, I am streaming it on my lunch break about once a week on Twitch. I'm Siva on Twitch as well. So you can always follow me there and catch some live Realm action. Very, very exciting. I can assure you it's probably going to be Festering Hate Pool, just as a spoiler, at least for another 100 levels or so. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.